Hello, Aquarius. This is your October to November reading. So the messages will be as follows. So we are going to use the tarot deck just to give you the visualization that you need. So right now, starting off for Aquarius, you have the Two of Swords. As you see, obviously, right, the Two of Swords, it's kind of like you're not seeing what's in front of you. You're not being aware of the circumstances that are surrounding either your choices or your decisions. There's definitely a compromise that is needed here in a situation. It feels like you're dealing with someone, perhaps this could be yourself or the person that you're dealing with. I'm looking at my dog. That is being like a stalemate, not being willing to make a negotiation, not willing to meet you halfway. This person is definitely creating a struggle for you, but you have hesitated. And I'm going to say that again. You've been hesitating to remove something from the situation. Now, when you talk about the Two of Swords, that talks about the moon as well. That's your intuition. But at the same time, you know when the moon comes up, that does talk about something being hidden from you. There's something not being disclosed. There's either a situation that you're, I want to say, assuming, because when you assume you don't have all the facts, you may be going through this assumption due to your own insecurities, maybe due to past disappointments, betrayal, heartbreak. So either way, you're comparing this and you're reaching out on a limb. Now, mind you, you've been involved in this situation or with this person for quite some time. It's been hot and cold. It's been unpredictable. You feel that somebody has been unloyal or unfaithful. Again, there's unseen options that you are not allowing yourself to see. There are options that are in front of you which come with choices and decisions. And again, when you're talking about the Two of Swords, something has to be cut out. Now, mind you, if you don't cut it out, sooner or later, the universe will put a situation, a circumstance in front of you, and they will end up removing whatever this is that is no longer serving you. That's how it's working. And with the moons that are coming around us now, the full moons, the solar eclipses, there's a lot of energy, a lot of stubbornness. Again, that's why somebody's not negotiating. Somebody's not trying to meet you halfway. Somebody's not helping you to make a decision. You're going to have to trust your own gut. You're going to have to trust your intuition on this one. You're not going to get a whole lot of help from this other person, whether this is at your job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's with a family member, whatever it is that you're going through. I'm sure you can relate what I'm saying to you. Your next card up is the King of Pentacles. With the King of Pentacles, this talks about wealth. Yeah, it does. But it also talks about success. And it talks about security. This is talking about leadership. This is talking about abundance and prosperity. It's talking about having comfort. But it also is talking very strongly about discipline. It talks about you being confident and successful. However, your success is being determined right now by your personal situation. You're either mixing business and pleasure, which means you could be involved with a coworker. You're involved with somebody who's putting a threat on your security, so to speak. In the past, you have achieved a lot of good things. You can finally say that you finally reached a certain point in your life, maybe on the professional side, the business side, your work side, even your schooling or education side. On that side, you've done very well. You've stepped up. You've reached achievements, goals. So with that side, you're able to sit back and enjoy a lot of things with the hard work from your labor. But on the personal side, there's lack. And this lack of security, this lack of independence, this lack of stability is what's really throwing you off with everything else. Being the air sign that you are, you too, just like Libra, need balance. And when things are not balanced for you emotionally, then mentally trying to handle your work, your performance, your work relationships, things of that nature, then you have a lot of struggle because your mind is not on your job 100%. So in order for you not to lose your security in your financial end, you're going to need to address an issue on your personal side very soon. The next card that comes up is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups always talks about wishful thinking, illusions, temptation, too many options. Perhaps this is the person that you're dealing with. Because with the Seven of Cups coming here, this shows you that each cup is pretty full. Meaning there is a lot of temptation either around you or around them. Somebody's definitely not prioritizing what it is that they actually want and not focusing on one thing. Somebody is looking at the variety that's in front of them. Somebody's not ready to be in a committed relationship at this point. Somebody feels that they can do better than what they're doing right now. In other words, kind of like the grass being greener on the other side. The next card that comes up for you is the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, don't be surprised if somebody comes towards you, perhaps acting as if they want a conversation, they want to communicate with you, they want to kind of meet you halfway, but it's not going to be an achievement. This isn't going to be a good investment right now because this person is unsure. But it's kind of like they're breadcrumbing you enough to keep you hanging around. They're going to give you some compliments. They're going to give you some attention. They're going to spend some time with you. Just enough. And they know what they're doing. They're doing just enough to keep you there so that they have that security. But they're not putting both feet in. They are eventually planning to walk away, leave you out in the cold, create abandonment issues with the Five of Pentacles. It is talking about you going to be feeling some loneliness, or even right now, you could be struggling with this fear. It's also affecting your self-esteem because it shows low self-esteem with the Five of Pentacles. Right now, times are really hard for you, Aquarius, and you're experiencing some stresses as far as maybe even some financial stress at the moment, again, because your mind isn't where it should be. There's definitely emotional stress going on here as well. As the Queen of Swords, and that is the card that you come up as the Queen of Swords. With your Queen of Swords, and again, that card represents Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It is an air card. So understand the unbiased judgment, justice, independence, clear boundaries, even coldness, being very direct in communication, clear-minded, and your perceptiveness. So whatever perception you're looking at something with, you may need to change your perspective. You may need to initiate some clear boundaries with this person. You may be at the point where you're sick and tired of being taken advantage of. You're tired of being on call for them when it's convenient for them. For some of you, I don't know if you keep texting, sending messages, and you're not getting the response or the reply, or you're not getting it till days later. For some of you, the struggle's real. But right now, it's important for you to take inventory of all the facts, of everything going on in your life right now. You're going to need to make a decision and focus on the things that are working for you, things that are for you, things that are helping you to achieve your goals, things that are encouraging you to be the best version of you, and let go of the things that are creating this low self-esteem, this self-doubt, self-worth. If you have somebody that you feel like you're so much in love with them, but they're not making you feel your worth, if you stay, that's only going to destroy you emotionally more. It's only going to put you in a deeper hole. It's going to make you keep trying to please this person over and over and over to the point where they're never satisfied, but you're going to be exhausted in trying to do so. So you're better to walk away from the situation now. That's the only way that you're going to see the truth of what's really going on, the truth of what they're really interested in, the truth of how hard they're willing to work to keep you. Please trust the actions that somebody shows you. When somebody shows you who they are by their action, by their choices, by their decisions, believe them, because that's who they are. That's what they choose to do. And they're not going to change it for you or anybody else. You have the Five of Wands coming up, so there is going to be, or has already been, a conflict between the two of you. There's some type of competition that is felt here. And I feel like it's somebody that's making you feel, again, like you're not good enough. So you're feeling that you need to compete in this matter. Every or any way, shape, or form that you can. There's definitely conflicts. There's challenges that you have been facing and been facing for the past 5 weeks, 5 months. For some of you, 5 years. But right now, this is pending. Some of you have gotten into counseling because it shows the Queen of Cups. Some of you have gotten into counseling, but it doesn't seem to be helping much. For some of you, be careful. Don't allow the situation to create more damage for you. Don't allow the situation with the Devil card to cause obsessions or addictions. For some of you, you are so hell-bent on this person that it's scary. It's really scary. It's not healthy. You're overindulging in something. Hopefully that's not alcohol or drugs. But there is definitely an obsession here. You've got this mindset that this is the person that you have to have. This is the person that you have to be with. This is your soulmate. This is who you're meant to be with. Please stop playing these mind games. Please don't allow the delusions or the illusions that your mind is creating because of your insecurities, convincing yourself this is the last person, the only person, there won't be anybody else. This is not true. You have choices in this situation. For some of you, you're working very hard towards your goal. For some of you, you're studying and something to do with school. For some of you, you're getting sick and tired of having to defend yourself over and over and over again with the Seven of Wands. Soon, there is going to be a reunion as far as a celebration. This could be something in your family, something at your job, maybe a particular festival, some kind of gathering, happiness, maybe even somebody getting married that you know of. That is coming up for you. Also, once you decide to use the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups will present itself, and you'll have an overwhelming amount of love and abundance, support, romance. For some of you, your socializing skills will definitely increase. For some of you that are online meeting others, please use caution. That is one of the most unsafest ways to meet somebody. Online, they can be anybody they say they are. They can use backgrounds. They can use so many different things to change their appearance. For some of you, you're using the WhatsApp and having conversations on WhatsApp. Things cannot be traced. That's why there's a lot of scams and things going on the WhatsApp, because you can encrypt all the messages so nothing can be copied, pasted, forwarded, proven. So please be very careful with your choices and decisions. Right now, it's important for you to take action on your truth, just like the Judgment card. You're going to need your strength to get through the situation, but with some friends' help and family members, you're going to be able to get through that. You're going to have to use a lot of courage, a lot of bravery. For some of you, it's going to help you to overcome self-doubt, to focus more on what's important to you. Be careful of the outside influences around you. Be careful of too many people trying to get into your business. There's somebody who you're talking to that is going back to another person and repeating what you're saying. So don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. The last card that comes up for you is the Knight of Pentacles. With your Knight of Pentacles, and it is upright, with your Knight of Pentacles, it talks about having patience. Not expecting things to happen instantly. You will not get instant gratification right now. Right now, it's important for you to persevere, to keep pushing through. Some of you are going to have to reach out and maybe have to look toward unexpected sources or look for help or assistance where income or money is needed. Remember that time does heal all wounds. But if you're not willing to give it the time, and you're trying to look for that instant gratification, when you're trying to get over somebody, it takes time. But if you keep revisiting that situation or that person or that relationship, every time you're going to have to start over and over and over. Eventually, it's going to come to the point where you literally despise of this person. You're going to start to feel a lot of animosity, regret, on top of resentment. You've always been very hardworking, Aquarius. It's important for you right now to try to reach your own goal, to try to stay in your own lane, run your own race, and not compare yourself to anyone else. There is no one who will be like you. This person will not forget you, and they will realize sooner or later that they made a bad choice going to where they thought the grass was greener. See, the grass was only greener where they went because that grass had been maintained. Your grass, so to speak, had turned brown because they were neglecting you. They weren't putting in the effort, the energy, the attention. If they were, the grass would not have looked greener on another side. But because they didn't do their job is why it got unappealing. Because you didn't act the way they expected you to, because they didn't put you on that pedestal. They didn't treat you and give you that title. Instead, they made you feel unwanted. They gave you no attention. They walked away from you. They chose someone else. They kept trying to find balance in a different situation. But for some of you, you allowed this to happen. It's time to stand up for yourself. It's time to start to create new projects or ideas like the Ace of Wands. Right now, I feel like a lot of you are struggling with the Nine of Swords, which would be anxiety and fear and worry. But you really just have to trust the process. You have to trust your higher power. For those of you that believe in God, trust that. Handle all of your situations with God in front of everything, and you can't fail. For those of you who just have a different higher power, no disrespect to you, but do what works for you, reaching out in your own religious ways. But trying to do things on your own will always leave you with an empty cup. So, with that being said, this is Aquarius, October, the end of October through the end of November. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you, and see you soon on my live.